Hi everyone, it's Tanja from Elite Pilates and Yoga Teacher Training, and I thought I would do a quick session for you today just to go through the elements of the courses that we run. So as I'm sure you're aware, we run the level 3 Pilates practitioner course and we run the level 3 yoga practitioner course. So I'm first going to talk about the Pilates one, and I may do a separate video. We'll do it all in one. So both of them require you to take a 30-minute multiple choice applied anatomy exam. So when you register, this is why we always try to say to people, register as soon as you can so you can start studying for your exam, and you'll get some mock papers with us, and we've actually created extra resources. So there's over 9 hours of anatomy videos, and they are more specific for Pilates and yoga because in terms of the applied anatomy, it's a very generic qualification. It's for personal trainers, fitness instructors, all sorts. So it's a very generic qualification. So we've actually gone in and made all those other anatomy videos and really made it relative to Pilates and yoga. So, and that's not something you are going to get on other or you might get on other courses, I don't know, but it's not standard for YMCA. This is what we've done for our clients. So there's that exam, and there's no limit on how many times you can take it, and you can also it's online, so we did online. Some schools may still do the option of doing it as a written one, but that's got to get posted and marked. It takes too long, and if you like me, you want to know now whether you passed or not. So you do your exam online at the studio, and then I give you your results straight away. So and then you can reset it whenever you want to. So like I said, it only takes half an hour. I've had people do it 5 times, and I've even had someone that did it, failed the first time and got 100% the second time. So it really just depends on the questions, because not everyone gets the same questions. It's like a pool of questions that they just throw out in a paper when you log on. So that's your exam, and it doesn't cost anything, by the way, to resit your exam. So really, I know it's nerve-wracking. I have to do exams as well, and try not to stress too much. You'll get through one way or the other. So once you've done your exam, now this is for the Pilates one. So actually with both of them, there are a few worksheets that you need to complete online. And these worksheets are, again, very generic, more about health and safety. And it's the same with Pilates and yoga, okay? So if you were looking to do both your qualifications, you would only need to do this once. The section of it, you would only need to do this once. Now, what I will say is that YMCA are still running their old qualification, which is the level 3 Pilates teacher and level 3 yoga teacher. So just be mindful that if you are looking to do both your qualifications, is trying to make sure that you're going to either do both the practitioners or both the old one, because there's elements that are different and you will need to resit the exam and all sorts again. So try and do both of the same. There's still lots of schools running the old qualification. They've actually got to do 2 exams, 2 theory exams, rather than just the one that the new qualification has. So it's the practitioner one that you want, which is the most up-to-date qualification that is currently being offered by YMCA and us. So once you've done those worksheets, those are done online. I don't mark them, they get marked automatically. So like I said, those ones are the same in both the courses. They've got nothing to do with Pilates and yoga, they're generic. Now when you come to studio for Pilates, you will need a guinea pig to work with, so a case study. And I always say, try and find someone that has some kind of issues, but you don't. I've had students come in and they want to work with someone that's got pins in their hips and pins in their ankle, and it's like, don't overcomplicate it for yourself. But if someone's got a dodgy shoulder or something, it is quite nice to work with someone that has got some issues that you can genuinely help them with. So we will teach you how to do a postural assessment on someone. And actually, for those of you that are on your yoga course, There are videos of this in the anatomy modules, and actually go through this, because this is something I feel that is lacking in the yoga course. And this isn't ymca, this is across all yoga courses, is they don't really go into depth in anatomy as much as a Pilates course does. So for the yogis out there, check out this posture assessment, because it will help you with lesson planning and stuff. So once you've done a lesson plan, you've done your posture assessment, you will then create an overview of 12 weeks of what you would be teaching this person. But don't panic, because this is everything I'm going to be teaching you on the course. I'm just giving you an overview. And then you also need to do a lesson plan for your group teaching class. But what we do is we actually take one of your private clients, your case studies, and we use that. So save on all that paperwork. So, and then there's also a couple of worksheets, written worksheets. One is again the same as the yoga one, and then there's another one which is the fundamentals of Pilates, and then one is the fundamentals of yoga. So that is it all in terms of the Pilates one. And the yoga doesn't have a case study, they only have a group teaching one, but the yoga does have a lot more self-study research in terms of the worksheets. There's quite a lot to do in the worksheets. So although the actual course is probably easier with the lesson planning and stuff, there's a lot of self-study and pre-study that you have to do. So again, the quicker, the sooner you can register. Even if you only want to do your course in 1 year time, you've got while COVID is on, they've given people 3 years, but generally you have 2 years to complete your course. So a lot of this stuff can be done before you even get to the studio, and then the first day you give me your paperwork and I'll sign practically half of the course off already once you've done your exam. So don't think that you can't register until closer to the course, and you'll get all your books and stuff and you can start to look through that. And then finally, Pilates and yoga, you have your group teaching assessment. So but again, I will be checking all of your paperwork every time you come to the studio. I'll be checking, making sure that you hit the criteria, making sure that you've got everything that you need in your lesson plan. So, and you know, you have access to me throughout the course. So it's not a case of, well, you can't speak to me while you're training, or you can only message me on Fridays. You email me your paperwork, I can look through it, I can mark it, and then if you need to make tweaks, I can guide you in that area and stuff. So basically that is the elements of the Pilates and the yoga teacher training. So the yoga teacher training is a lot more pre-study research work to do, but not as much on the course to do in terms of the lesson planning. And then for the Pilates course, there's not as much pre-study, because yoga is such a huge subject. And even once you've done this course and you've done 10 other yoga teacher training courses, you will probably still not know everything there is to know about yoga. You know, you can spend, I know my yoga teachers been teaching 15 years, 20 years, still learning, especially the philosophy and the mythology and all of that. So it's a massive subject. So I think that should answer all of your questions in terms of that. So again, when you're looking at schools, especially if you're interested in both your qualifications, you know, get in touch with us, because we do offer a discount when people sign up to both courses, when you register for both. But if you are interested in both, just be aware that you want to try and get the same, either the level 3 teacher or the level 3 practitioner. Otherwise you're going to have to redo your exams and some of the paperwork. So I hope that answers your questions, and I'll see you soon.